Good morning. Welcome to our first Wildcard Wednesday. Today we're going to go over our fall plant haul and I'm going to show you a couple good plants for pollinators. Okay, so my first haul is from Bauman Farms. Most of the stuff I got from there are perennials on their way out, but fall is the perfect time to plant perennials, shrubs, and trees. As a matter of fact, I'm even going to wait another month before I even start to plant the shrubs and 2 months before I plant the trees. Fall is a perfect time because it's when it starts raining here. Anyway, first up, I got a bunch of salvia that were on sale for $5 each. They had 3 different types of salvia on sale because they're on their way out and they just want to get rid of their plant selection for the winter season. So I thought those were a really good steal. I've got 4 pink profusion from Proven Winners. Specifics on this salvia here is the pink profusion. It is 16 to 20 inches wide and 14 to 16 inches high. It is a perennial salvia and the zones are 3 through 8, so it is great for those colder zones. And then over here, these ones are Blue Bayou and they are really gorgeous as well. A little bit blue, a little bit purpley. But that was a fantastic deal. Then over here, I've got some plumbago. I've never grown that before, but they're like, it's not a purpley blue, it's like real blue. So I'm excited to try and grow those and see what they do here in zone 8B. And then I found a couple more ARP rosemary because I need to get some more ARP rosemary to go in the circle garden. Kind of as a border, kind of like boxwood, but they're rosemary. Anyway, they're not evergreen though. And then I got some herbs. I got a couple of these guys, dwarf curry. It smells so, they smell so delicious. I could not help myself, so I got a couple of those. And then I got a mint. This type of mint is for mojitos. This smells good too, so I just couldn't help myself. Makes me want a cocktail. And then next, I got a little bit of a sale on these guys too, because the people, one of their particular managers there knows me and my husband so well because we've gone to Bauman's Farms so often. When they see us, they know us. Anyway, so she comes up to me and gives me a little bit of a deal on these. So these are the Banana Cream 2 from Proven Winners, and you can tell they're on their way out. It's the end of the season. They're in perfect health. They're not bad. This one's still got maybe a couple buds that might open up, but they're pretty. They're gorgeous. I love them. They start yellow and then they turn to white. I've wanted these now for a while. And this is their upgrade, I guess, Banana Cream 2. So I got 3 of those. And then I found this cute sedum. I honestly have no idea where I'm going to put it yet. I think I'm going to put it out front in the rainbow corner with my echinacea, the other sedum, and the dulsperma out there. But this sedum is so pretty. I could not, there was only one left, unfortunately, but it was so pretty I couldn't pass it up. Look at the colors on that. So gorgeous. Let me see if I can, I don't remember the name. Let's see, hopefully the tag says. Sedum Dazzling Dynamite, but the colors were just so pretty I couldn't pass it up. And then of course, would a fall haul be complete from any garden center without pansies? So I got a few pansies. Cool Wave Fire is the type that they are. So that's my haul from Bauman's. So now my haul from Al's Garden Center in Woodburn. I don't believe any of these are perennials. I think everything I got from Al's Garden Center is an annual. But they're so gorgeous and perfect for fall. Let's start out with these beautiful celosia. I could not leave without grabbing these. These are just so striking. I saw them from a distance and I was like, oh, I've never seen celosia quite so tall before here. Normally I buy the real short ones and they don't grow that big, but this was just so beautiful. I had to pick it up. And then over here, of course, we have some ornamental peppers that are super cute. These white ones and these purple ones are asters. And then these ones that have not bloomed out yet are mums. The yellow is mums. And then over here are some more asters and mums. And it came to mums. I tried to get the ones that were not blooming yet because they just go quickly here. And then these two gorgeous tall things in the back. This is millet. This type is called Jade Princess. And it also provides food for pollinators, for birds who are migrating and traveling, plus the ones that stay here. It's just, I just love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So now that we've gone over all of my plant haul, let's go over a few pollinator plants great for the fall. Salvia, not necessarily for fall. They're just about done, but they are a good plant for pollinators. Insects, hummingbirds alike love them. Millet. I absolutely love this. This is the perfect fall plant for birds. Millet is excellent for birds and they love it. They'll come and eat all the seeds off of them, and then look how pretty the heads are, the seed, where the seeds are stored. Look at that. You can still see some in there, but it's this like dark purpley color up against these grassy, it looks like corn stalks. So it's perfect for fall. And when we talk about other typical fall plants, you see the mums and asters. Asters, if you want a plant for pollinators, choose asters. They are absolutely gorgeous. On top of being a pollinator magnet, asters are also a great host plant for butterflies. I'm not saying don't get the mums. As you can see, I got a few myself, but maybe just add a couple asters into your fall planting along with your mums. And if you really want to go out, go all asters and forget the mums, but I think there's a great balance to be had. So I don't believe I would have said that a couple years ago. I actually, a couple years ago, would have probably said, forget about the mums, just get all asters because they're better for the pollinators. But I have learned in the last couple years that you've got to put some of the pretty things that you love along with the good stuff for pollinators. I'm not saying asters is not pretty, because they're, in my opinion, just as pretty as mums are. And there are a lot of pollinator plants for pollinators that are just as pretty as other annuals, I think. But asters is by far my favorite. Okay, so these asters are annuals. However, most asters are perennials. They do have some asters that are annuals and biennials, especially the ones that come out this time of year, but most of them are perennials, meaning they will stay in your garden and come back next year. These particularly beautiful, lovely flowers won't come back next year. And oh, I just saw a hummingbird on my penstemon. He flew away though. I think my cat scared him off. Anyway, so here's a perennial aster over here. Perhaps not as bright and colorful as those annuals, but they are still pretty. And I'm going to put another picture of a different type of annual perennial aster that is down in my butterfly garden. It has expanded, I don't know, I would say probably 3 to 5 feet from one plant. And what it is a Douglas aster. Douglas asters are native to the Pacific Northwest, and they do excellent here. I see hummingbirds, all sorts of butterflies and bees on them, and they bloom end of summer through fall. So Douglas aster is a perfect perennial aster for a pollinator in the fall. So a couple other great perennial asters besides the Douglas aster here in the Pacific Northwest are the New England asters and Stokes asters. Basically all perennial asters are great for pollinators. And in my opinion, they look beautiful too. So another great fall plant for pollinators is this kinnikinnick. I hope I'm saying that right. I've said it wrong several times. But it produces berries anywhere from July through February. So usually in fall, they still have berries, and it's great for the birds. The birds will come and eat the berries. Not just songbirds, but game birds, and actually elk, grouse, deer. They all love it too. Here we have quail. We have a lot of little quail here, so they love them. I have a few of these that I've planted the last couple of years. They grow quite slowly. They do spread out. Supposedly they can spread out to 15 feet, but this one's a year old. You can see how far it has spread. It was just a tiny, like, quart size when I planted it. So it has grown a little bit, but it's not spreading fast. They don't spread so fast that you can't contain it in your garden beds, at least so far. This is year 2. Year 3, we all know they leap. First year they sleep. Second year they creep, which is what it did this year. It's creeped. Next year it supposedly is gonna leap. So I will see how far out it spreads, how quickly it spreads. I may regret planting it in this bed. We'll find out. So not only is kinnikinick great for birds because of their berries and its beautiful green, evergreen ground cover shrub, but it's also a host plant to a few different butterflies. A couple different elfins, the hoary and brown elfin, which are not exactly beautiful butterflies. They almost look like moths, and you probably wouldn't notice them, but they are butterflies. If you look at their faces, they are definitely butterflies and important for pollination. So the other butterfly that the kinnikinick is a host plant for is a Freya fritillary, but they're pretty. They're orange with a lot of little small black spots. I could probably go on and on about butterflies and native plants. This is my specialty, but anyways, this is a great one for fall and all year basically. So another plant often neglected and forgotten about that's great for pollinators is cosmos, especially this white color. I find so many pollinators on this white cosmos, and it is the only thing I can grow from seed here. What's weird is they don't eat the seed when I plant them in the ground, which is rare because they eat every other seed type here. I can't plant anything in the ground here because the birds will eat the seeds, but cosmos is the one thing I can grow by seed in red clay soil. And the pollinators love these guys. I actually, sadly, am gonna have to trim these cosmos down. I didn't think that many of them would seed itself, but obviously they did. Is this little bumblebee asleep or dead? Hopefully he's just asleep. I don't want to disturb him. It's early in the morning, so it's real cold still. Anyways, inside down here in this little hole of the cosmos is my reblooming azalea from Proven Winners. It's Perfecto Mundo, and so I need to trim these cosmos down to save that azalea. I can't believe how fast these cosmos have grown. And he's just sleeping. He just put out his leg, so when I bumped the flowers, it kind of disturbed him a little bit. But so many pollinators are in these cosmos. I cannot believe how many are in them. Yesterday, I spent probably an hour out here just filming pollinators, which I will be up on the screen hopefully. So don't forget about cosmos. So those are my picks, my fall picks for pollinators. Cosmos, asters, annual and perennial asters, kinnikinnick, and millet. Well, and there you have my fall plant haul, and there's a couple great plants for pollinators that look good in the fall. Thanks for watching, and until next time, feed the pollinators for me.